What if I told you that the easiest digital product to sell in 2026 is probably not the one most people are trying to create? It's not a giant course, it's not a complicated membership, and it definitely doesn't require a tech team, expensive software, or months of work before you make your first sale. Because one of the biggest mistakes that people make when they start selling digital products online is choosing something that's too big, too vague, or too complicated. In this video, I'm going to show you how the easiest kind of digital product that I would start with today, how to create it using mostly free tools, and the simple system I would use to actually sell it. And make sure you stay until the end because the last piece is the most important. And it's the piece that turns this from a nice idea into a business that actually makes money. If we haven't met yet, I'm Kimberly Latona. I'm a mom of three young boys, and I have a master's in business, and I've spent the last 15 plus years coaching entrepreneurs and building online businesses. Over the past several years, I've built online income streams that allow me to work part-time hours while supporting my family. And digital products have been by far the simplest, most scalable, and most profitable model that I've found. So, one of the biggest reasons why they work so well is because they don't have to be complicated to sell. And here's the part that most people get backwards. They think that digital products have to be impressive or even viral worthy. It doesn't. It just has to be useful. And that is the big difference. So if I were starting over today, the easiest digital product that I would sell is something that solves one specific problem in a simple, fast, and easy to understand way. So that could look like a PDF guide, a checklist, a mini workshop, a template bundle, a swipe file, a system or a framework, a video course, a short video course, right? Not a 47 module course or a giant portal or something that takes 3 months to build. Why? Because the best digital products to sell online when you're just getting started are ones that are quick to create, quick to understand, and easy to explain. And that is especially true for digital products for beginners. You don't need to create the biggest product. You just need to create the clearest product. Okay, so for example, one of my students is earning over $1,600 every 2 weeks selling a $7 PDF on how to reverse insulin resistance with 25 biohacks. Okay, that's the difference between something vague and something sellable. So, why simple products sell faster? A simple product sells faster because people can quickly understand what it is, who it's for, what problem it solves, and what result it helps create. Okay, the more specific that your product is, the easier it is for someone to think, that's exactly what I need, right? That's why I believe that the best way to sell digital products online is not by trying to impress people with the complexity. Okay, it's by removing friction. If you want your buyer to understand it, like you want your buyer to understand the value in seconds, not minutes. This is also why simple low ticket products often work so well because they have lower resistance, easier impulse to buy, faster validation, and faster proof. And once you get the proof, you can build on that. If you want help figuring out what digital product to create and exactly how to set up the simple system behind it, download my free digital freedom business blueprint below. Okay, so how I create it using free tools. One of the reasons why this business model is so powerful is that you can build it using mostly free tools. So my favorite simple tech stack is ChatGPT, Canva, Google Drive, and System.io. Okay, all of these have a free version. And so I'd use ChatGPT to brainstorm product ideas, outline the product, organize messy notes, write rough drafts, create email ideas, generate hooks and captions. Okay, and I even have a custom GPT in my Digital Freedom Collective. Okay, but this is important. I don't use ChatGPT to replace my voice or to do everything. It's not like a little robot that just does everything for you. I use it to save time. Okay, people don't just buy information, they buy clarity and experience and trust and the feeling that you understand their problem. Okay, so ChatGPT helps you move faster, but you still need to use your own insights and your own experience. Okay, and the second piece is Canva. So I've used Canva to turn that outline from ChatGPT into a guide, a workbook, a checklist, or a script to create a video course, a freebie, or a slide deck for a workshop. Okay, you don't need to be a designer. I promise you. You just need a useful product. Okay, the third piece is Google Drive. Google Drive makes it easy to store and deliver simple files. Okay, you can just put them in a little folder there, make the link a public access link, and boom, there you have it. And then the last thing is System.io. So if you're wondering about the best platform to sell digital products online, this is still my favorite beginner-friendly tool because it lets you collect emails, build simple funnels and sales pages, send automated emails, create checkout pages, deliver your product all in one place. Okay, it really is an all-in-one solution, and it is free for the first 2,000 subscribers that you have. So if you don't have any subscribers, it's free. Okay, you can make your first funnel and deliver your first product with under 2,000 subscribers for free. And then after that, it's really affordable. So yes, you can start with all four of these free tools today. Okay, everyone has access to these. So the simple sales system that I would use. So once the product is ready, I would use the simplest possible system. This is a simple I teach my students. It goes from your traffic, which is content posted on one platform, to your freebie, to your emails, to your offer, okay, where the sale happens. So that's the backbone. The first step is traffic. So my favorite free traffic source is YouTube because it's a search engine, and that matters because YouTube content compounds. So unlike Instagram or Facebook or TikTok where content disappears fast, YouTube videos can keep getting views and keep bringing in leads and keep making sales even if you posted them weeks or months or even years ago. Okay? I'm getting sales on videos that I have posted months ago right now. And I only started my YouTube channel at the beginning of this year. Okay. So that means that you can work less and your content can keep working longer. And that's one of the reasons why I think YouTube is one of the best ways to sell digital products online if you want a business that doesn't depend on you posting nonstop. Okay, the second part here is your freebie. Okay, so then I'd offer a free resource that's related to the problem that my audience is already trying to solve. Okay, that moves people from viewers into subscribers that you can nurture. The third step is email. Okay, so the email does the heavy lifting. That's where you build trust, answer objections, and guide people toward a paid product. And then step 4 is your sale, okay, your offer. So then I'd sell the paid digital product as the next logical step. Okay, that's the system. It's not complicated. It's not 10 platforms and 15 offers or a complicated launch. It's just one clear path. Okay, all traffic leads to your one freebie. And all that one freebie leads to that email sequence, which sells your product for you. So what about MRR? Okay, a lot of beginners ask me about master resale rights. And yes, this can absolutely be a starting point. If you want to know how to use master resale rights to earn online, a strong MRR product can help you start faster, skip product creation, focus on learning marketing versus learning how to make a digital product or validate a digital product, keep 100% of the profit, and use done for you assets and proof. Okay, the same rule applies though. The product is not enough. You still need a system. Okay, you still need a real problem, a clear audience, and a simple way to get the product in front of the right people. So this is true whether you create your own product or whether you start with MRR. And I personally started with a master resale rights digital product and made $15,000 in my first 30 days and continued selling that for a year before creating my own digital products. And I still sell that digital product. Okay. So I'll put the link below if you are interested in looking into the product that I first started selling that helped me just launch into digital products. Okay. So why this works better than most side hustles? This is the part that I really want you to understand. Most side hustles fail because they depend too heavily on your time, your energy, your constant output, low margins, or too many moving parts. Okay, but with a digital product business, once the product is built and the system is set up, your main job becomes drive traffic into the system. That's it. Okay, that's why people can do this in an hour a day because there's no inventory, there's no shipping, no restocking, no manual delivery every time someone buys, no team building, no selling to friends and family, no sliding into people's DMs. Okay, that's why this model feels so much lighter than most side hustles. And that's why I think this is one of the strongest models for moms, busy women, or anyone who wants to make money part-time online. Okay, the biggest mistake that people make. Okay, so the biggest mistake that I see people make is trying to build the forever business on day one. Okay, they think like the product has to be huge and the branding has to be perfect and they need multiple offers and multiple funnels and they need a giant content strategy and 30 days of content built out. Okay, that kind of thinking keeps you stuck. Okay, if I were starting over, I would focus on one simple product, one clear problem, one freebie, one email sequence, one offer, and one traffic source. Okay, that's how you gain traction faster and keep your brain clear so that it's not just confused and like running in different directions all the time. Okay, I have tried so many businesses and tried so many side hustles, and I felt like constantly I always had something to do. There was never like it was never like I'm done for the day. It was never like I'm done working, or like I'm finished, or like there's nothing, there's nothing pressing for me to do. It always felt like there was so much to do. My to-do list was always so long. And now it's like my entire business is already like set up in an automated system, and my only job is to just drive people to that system. Okay, get eyeballs on my product. Okay, that can be your system too. You set up the whole automated system once, and then it continues working for you. And all your only job is to just post content that leads to your system. Okay, and all of that can be done for free. You don't have to use ads. Okay, so the last piece here, the most important piece, you can have ChatGPT and Canva and a product and a funnel and a freebie and a clear offer. But if you don't stay consistent long enough for the system to compound and actually work, you're going to miss the whole point. So the people who win with digital products are not always the ones with the biggest audience or the fanciest product or the best graphics. They're the ones who keep it simple, they keep showing up, and they let the system work. Okay? They don't reinvent the wheel every single day. And that's the part that most people underestimate. The system compounds if you let it. Okay. And honestly, this is where most people get stuck. Not because they're not capable, but because it's easy to overthink, get distracted, or piece together random advice that doesn't actually fit together. And that's why having one clear system, one path, and the right support makes such a big difference. So if I were starting over and someone asked me the easiest digital product to sell in 2026 using free tools, here's what I'd say. Start with a simple product, one specific problem, one clear result, a simple free tech stack, and one basic sales system. That is the fastest path to traction and sales and making money online. So if you want to know why I choose digital products over 7 other side hustles that I tried in 2024, watch this next video. It'll become really clear why this is the business that is the clear winner if you want time freedom and financial freedom. So I will see you in the next video.